Hello guys, my idiot friends. Do the Fortnite dance, Sams.
Can I
Oh.
stop?
Hello guys, it's your boy Emily from Sweden. And now the last one of these that I made was over a year ago, so I think it's high time that I make another one. But before we start with that video, I wanted to thank today's sponsor, which is Honey. Now if you don't know what Honey is, it's the #1 online shopping tool in America. It automatically searches the internet for the best promo codes when you're online shopping to save you the max amount of money that it can. This is perfect, so you don't have to manually look around on the internet for promo codes that might be expired, outdated, or wouldn't save you as much as the promo codes that Honey finds. I've ordered stuff like Pokemon cards, airsoft guns, and shoes while using Honey, and it saved me a lot, especially since shipping to Malta is quite expensive. If you're already doing online shopping, then you should try Honey, because it probably works for sites that you're already buying from for things that you're already buying. And you can add it to your browser for free at joinhoney.com/anomaly, link in the description. And it's super easy to get Honey. You just click add to Chrome on their website, you're redirected to the Chrome web store, you click add to Chrome, and there you go, now you have it in your browser. And now, let's get back to the video. Now I am ready to show you guys my inventory refined 2021 edition. Now starting from the bottom, the first skin that I have is a vanilla PP Bison with 4 Kato stickers on them. After that we have storage units. Now I have actually over 35 and many of them don't contain cool things at all. This one has 994 items in it, and if we check what's inside, you'll see that it's basically only blues and purples from my case openings, so nothing cool at all. And of course, if I sell an item or reserve an item for someone, I have a storage unit for that. For example, these items are reserved for my friend the Arctic, and it's a pair of gloves 0.15, which are pretty nice, but the Ursus Ruby is very interesting. This Ursus Ruby is actually the #1 float in the world, which I think is pretty fun because in my last showcase, I showed you guys a Ursus Ruby, which was #3 best in the world. So as you can see, I upgraded from #3 to #1. Moving up, I have some capsules. These, however, aren't really expensive. I also have a lot of bonus rank XPs that I've saved ever since the Operation Shattered Web, actually. Next up, I've got some skins that have nice floats. For example, this Crimson Kimono, 0.quad02. Moving up, I have a lot of float skins. I don't really keep a lot of the blue skins that I have. I have some random Glocks with Kato stickers, and this one as well. These are scraped, however. Now, for the first skin that I would say is part of my permanent collection is the Tech 9 Nuclear Threat Factory New. If you don't know, these are actually very rare, and I'm happy to have this one as it was a gift from a friend. Same with my play skin P250 as well. Also Nuclear Threat, also Factory New. Also a gift from Juvan. Moving up, we have some random Kato skins, and then we come to my play skin Glock. This is not actually an expensive skin or an expensive craft. I just really like how it looks. My second play Glock is the Glock Fade 0.00, 99.5% fade. And of course, I have a #1 Blue Gem 5.7 as well. This one is very nice, and I really like it. Moving up again, this is actually my play skin P2000, because of course, it has the 3 luminosity stickers. Very nice. If we keep moving up, I quite like this op, because it has the Navi Holo on scope, and of course I have ye old trusty Infant Annihilator. I've had this skin since I think 2014, and it's been a part of every single inventory showcase video that I've ever done, so of course I can't get rid of it. I really like this one. For my M4A1S, I've got this Souvenir Knight with the Kato 2015 stickers on them. For my USPS, this was also a gift from Juvan. This is a USPS Orion with 4 Fnatic Kato 2015 Holo. Moving up, for one of my play AKs, I've got the Quad VP Kato 2015 Holo. Then moving up, there are a lot of shit skins, but now we start getting into the interesting stuff. enough. Of course, I'm gonna have an op fade because, you know, I need one for the collection. I actually have another one as well. This one is very bad fade, and this is more of a trade skin. After that, I've got the AK X-Ray minimal wear with very good float. I've also got a Wild Lotus. This one is field tested. After that, of course, the Fire Serpent, but also the AK Bloodsport non-stat track with 4 DreamHack 2014 Navi Holo. Moving up, I have the craziest skin in the entire video. The Souvenir Op Dragon Lore field tested with perfect sticker placement. This skin is the most expensive skin I've ever owned, the most expensive skin I've ever bought, and probably the most expensive and rarest skin that I will ever own. An absolute piece of history. Moving on to the Talons, I have Marble Fade and Tiger Tooth, also a regular fade that is very good fade. Next up, we have the Talon Ruby minimal wear. It's a really shit skin and it looks absolutely horrible. After that, I have a Stiletto Sapphire, 8th best float in the world. Not my favorite Sapphire, but I still really like it because of the animation. After that, I have not 1, not 2, but 3 minimal wear Vice gloves. Only one of them is special though, and this is the one 0.07 with a so-called perfect right knuckle. As you can see by the screenshot, the knuckle really is perfect, and that, believe it or not, actually adds a lot of value. Next up, to the other sport gloves, I've got the Slingshots, the Scarlet Schmach, and the Pandora's Box in minimal wear as well, and these are actually very rare and expensive and one of my favorite pairs of gloves. Also the Omegas, which is arguably one of my top 5 probably favorite gloves in the game. Next up, moving on to the skeleton knives, we have a Slaughter minimal wear, but then we have 2 very special skeleton knives. Now these 2 are extremely rare. Skeleton Crimson Web factory new with the #1 float in the world, and StatTrak Skeleton Crimson Web factory new. This is one of the most insane knives I've ever had. I don't think I've ever had a StatTrak Crimson factory new before. This is also a very expensive and rare item. I'm not even sure what it's worth because there's only 3 in the world. You can't really even see the price history of it because it never sells. Next up, Moto Spearmint minimal wear. Arguably top 2 of my favorite gloves, maybe even my top 1. We got Moto Gloves Blood Pressure. These I'm gonna keep forever as they were a gift from the Russian collector Lunar. Moving on to the M9s, I've got the Tiger Tooth, Slaughter, a very insane Emerald, and that's not everything that's crazy about it. It's 0.003 float. After that, we've got 2 M9 fades, one of them actually being 99.3% fade with a extremely good float. This is one of my favorite knives that I have right now, just because in the beginning of CS in 2014 and 15, the M9 Bayonet fade, full fade, was such a holy grail of a knife. Moving up, I also have a M9 Sapphire, a very crazy knife as well. After that, I got phases 4, 2, and 1. 1, unfortunately, being minimal wear. The Vanilla, and this is one of my favorite vanilla knives in the game. Next up, the Karambits. Now, in the last showcase video, for some reason, I had a ton of Karambits. Now I've downscaled, and I have a Slaughter, and I also have 2 fades, one of them being 99.4, which is really crazy. I've also, for some reason, got 2 Karambit Rubies, both of them actually being 0.008 float, which is a really weird coincidence. Next up, moving on to the gloves, I've actually got the Snow Leopard in factory new with the world's 4th best float. Now, as most of you know, gloves are extremely rare in factory new, so this one is very rare, very expensive, and also very hard to sell. I also got Imperial Blades minimal wear, which is a very good value for money if you're planning on buying a pair of gloves. After that, we're moving on to the butterflies. I've got the Ultra Violet, unfortunately not factory new, but with a very good float. I got the Tiger Tooth, Butterfly Slaughter, one of them actually being one of the best patterns you can get. I've also got 2 Butterfly Sapphires, and as many of you know, these are very rare and expensive. Sadly, one of them is minimal wear. I'm not sure what's my problem, why I have so many minimal wear weird knives now, but as they say, it is what it is. I've also got most of the different Doppler faces, and moving on to the bayonets, I've got the Marble Fade, unfortunately unfortunately not fire and ice. 2 gammas and a sapphire, 0.006. I've actually started liking 0.00 gems a lot. Like, look at the spine of this one. God damn. Another crazy Crimson Web I have is the Bayonet Factory New, and I really like this one. This one was a grail in the beginning of CS, and now I finally have it. I've got a StatTrak Ursus Sapphire, a StatTrak Parkour Fade, M9 Slaughter, and oddly enough, a StatTrak M9 Emerald. Now, many people are probably gonna say this is weird, but this StatTrak M9 Emerald is actually cheaper than the regular non-StatTrak M9 Emerald. I think a reason for this is because the StatTrak is etched on the blade, and many people don't like that scratch. I, however, don't really mind it. I also got the Karambit Lore, the Fade, Huntsman Stained, Butterfly Stained, Factory New, it's actually pretty rare, Butterfly Marble, Butterfly Vanilla, and also Survival Knife Slaughter. Now, going up to the final gun skins, I actually don't have anything that crazy, except for the 2 Howls, which only one of them is very special, because it has a sneaky hidden little iBuy power on the stock, and also a unapplied Howling Dawn. Now, these are actually pretty expensive, and just finding these unapplied nowadays is very rare. So, overall, that might have been a bit of a long video, maybe my longest showcase yet, but these are all of the items that I have collected to date in 2021. Now, of course, I also have a lot of skins in the storage unit, but many of them are not really worth noticing. And as I said, this is the craziest my inventory has ever been because of skins like the Souvenir Dragon Lore. So thank you guys for watching this video, a little showcase video. I hope you all liked it. And also let me know in the comments if there are any skins here that you would wish that I had in my collection, or there are skins you think that I should get in the future. Now I'm going to go to a shady back alley here in Malta and see if anyone will take my liver that I can exchange for more CSGO skins. Fuck.